Yo, what's good? It's your boy. What the fuck? But it's your boy. And today, it's like 2:30 a.m. I really just woke up because I fucked my sleep schedule up, which happens a lot with me. Fuck my sleep schedule up. Sleep schedule up. Damn, I can't talk. I fuck my sleep schedule up a lot. But it's not good. But today, I don't know what I'm talk about. But, you know what I'm saying? Trying to be productive even when you feel like you can't be, or that you are in some type of circumstance where you are less productive. Because I know in the past, whenever I would wake up at this time, at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m., or like dumb early, like 11 p.m., 10 p.m., I felt like I wouldn't be as productive throughout the day. I feel like I would want to sleep at this time. I feel like I still want to lay down. I feel like I wouldn't want to get up and read a book or anything. I just want to, you know what I'm saying, lay in the bed because we're programmed to lay down at this time, right? So, but I'm really not. So I just be trying to find ways to be productive, even though to fill this time and make it productive, so it doesn't affect me. Because it used to affect me. It used to be like, oh, I woke up at 10 p.m. My sleep schedule's flipped up. I can't do anything. I can't go out do this and that. But now I'm like, I still can do stuff. I can still read. I can still do everything. I can still brush my hair. I can still cook. I can still record a video at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I mean, I can't be in this bitch screaming, but I mean, people do live on the other side of this wall, I think. But you know what I'm saying? So just being productive as much as I can. Today, the inauguration's coming up. Times are gonna get very hectic. Y'all know that. It's gonna be very fiery, very volatile. Especially like the stock market and all that. It's gonna be crazy. But let me think. Today, I'm talking about how it's the death of individuality. Let me flip that so I can't look at myself. I can only look at the camera. It's the death of individuality. Everyone's built to be the same nowadays. You're not meant to be different. You're not meant to find your real potential. Let me see. You're not meant to find your real potential. You're meant to be suppressed and feed into the system. Everyone's supposed to be the same. You ever heard about utopian societies where everyone's the same and nothing's different? It's like that, but different. It's dystopian, but everyone's the same, for real. It's like society is building everyone to be the same. You're supposed to like the same thing. You're supposed to eat the same food. You're supposed to drive the same everything. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get the same car as the next guy. You're supposed to get the same house as the next guy. You're supposed to do everything the same because that's good for business. America's a business. As long as it's good for business, who gives a fuck, right? So they're trying to kill your individuality. They want you to be like everyone else. They want you to follow the trend. Follow the trend and be a good puppy. Yes, do that. Yeah. All right. So that's what they want. It's better for business. If everyone likes this fucking one thing, all I gotta do is sell that one thing. I can cut costs on that one thing. They're still gonna like it. They're still gonna buy it. But if I need 50 different things, some of them aren't gonna sell as much as the other, right? Can you agree? If I get one thing and that bitch hot, that's all I need. That's easier for me to keep up with. I just get 10,000 of that one thing and we good. I get 10,000 of this one type of table, we good. I get 10,000 Stanley Cups, because y'all was fiends for the Stanley Cups. I get with 10,000 Stanley Cups, I'm good. I don't need nothing else. But if you like everything else, if you like Stanley Cups and you like Starbucks cups and you like all that other shit, and some are going to sell more than others. So eventually they got to phase some out. They got to phase out the ones that don't work as well. So they're going to make you the same. They're going to make you buy the same thing. They're going to make you like the same thing as everyone else. Like TikTok. Y'all like the same shit. Y'all watch the same shit and do the same shit for real. I mean, at some point there won't be nothing new under the sun, or so they say, which I disagree with, because at some point there will be something new under the sun. It's gonna be so niche for so long until it blows up, and then everyone's gonna be on it. But while it's small and while it's still capitulating and growing, people are not gonna see what it is. But don't let them kill your individuality. Is my point. Big point on my YouTube channel. Don't let them kill your individuality because you brought something to this world. But if you're like everyone else, you'll never fucking know what you brought. You won't even care. You're just gonna be the same. You're gonna be like everyone else. You're just gonna follow the crowd, follow the herd, be the sheep in the crowd, in the middle of the crowd. You're not even leading the sheep. You in the middle. You in the back. You know what I'm saying? But be yourself at all times. Don't let them kill your individuality because it's easier to control you. If I know everyone likes this type of thing or this type of belief, it's easier to control people. It's just easier to control you. If I know everyone likes the color blue, then I'm gonna market in the color blue. You know, like I know you're gonna buy it because it's blue, right? So like women, a lot of women like pink. All I gotta do is make something pink. Motherfuckers gonna buy it, right? It's easy. Um, Everybody want a Ferrari. I mean, I go there, but yeah, it's gonna kill your individuality. It's just easier for them. For society, it's easier to control you because if you're just like everyone else, if I can control one person, I can control 500 million. If everyone's the same, right? But there's outliers. There's people that don't fit the mold. Like me, I don't fit the mold. They can't control me. So I am what you would call a threat to the system, right? So I didn't let them kill my individuality. That's why I am the way that I am. People that know me know I'm like some type of, I don't know how to explain. I don't want to toot my horn, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a little different. Let's just say that I'm a little different. But this is why I'm the way that I am. Because I never let them kill that shit. It has been points where it's went up and down. It hasn't been consistent. I haven't consistently been individual, right? There's been times where I was like, okay, I gotta listen to them and da da da, and listen to them and da da. And it's like, okay, fuck that. I'm not doing that shit no more because they don't make sense. And a lot of times I can see through when shit just don't make sense. It don't matter if they're a superior or in a higher position or any of that shit. If they do shit that don't make sense, I tell them. I say that shit don't make sense. It don't make. You're not thinking like it don't make sense. And a lot of times I do my teachers' jobs for them. Like I honestly do. Like I don't know who watches these, but if I got anybody that go to school with me, you probably know that. I do their job for them. They say some shit that don't make sense. I be like, no, that don't make sense. And then they get to thinking, they're like, oh, you're right. Like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm that type. Like, we're not doing shit that don't make sense. When I was in the military, I didn't do shit that didn't make sense. Just because you wanted me to follow the rules, and no, it don't make sense. I'm not doing it because I am an individual. We are all separate. We are all connected, but also very separate. That is the a synonym for the word separate would be different. We are all connected through the same source, but we are very different. But y'all acting like we're all not connected to the same source and we're all the same. They got the script flipped. You're connected to the same source, to the same mother and the father, right? The nature and what you would call God, right? We're all connected through that, right? Because that created this consciousness, created us. We're all conscious. We're all created by consciousness. And everything. The dogs, the cats, the animals, the fucking trees. It was consciously created, right? So we're connected through consciousness, right? But we're also completely different. We're all different in some way, right? We're not the same. I mean, you don't have the same thoughts in the day. It's partly because I'm an individual. But probably because even if you're like everyone else, your thoughts are going to be slightly different, you know? But the more I can get people to train their mind to be the same way and think the same way and eat up the propaganda and eat up the false beliefs and ideologies about how the world works and the universal laws and the laws of nature, the better I can profit. If I understand that everyone's going to do this, everyone's going to go on the left side, then I go on the right side. And then I can still, you know what I'm saying? I know that I ain't got no resistance. I ain't got nobody in the way. I just go that way, right? I know everybody's going to do the same thing. Everybody's going to follow the crowd, right? It's easy. Y'all fall for that shit. All that time, y'all fall for that shit. And just don't fall for it. If you feel like you're meant to be like everyone else, hey, I'm not telling you not to. If you feel like you're different, and sometimes you got friends and you feel like you don't really get along with them as much as you used to, and oh shit. Moral of the story, don't be like everyone else. Because when you're like everyone else, you can't find your purpose of being here. You can't find your reasoning for living this life. Everyone does not have the same reason. Therefore, if everyone's the same, everyone can't find it because everyone's not the same, right? If you act like other people, you won't find your reason for being here. You won't become your true self. You won't expand. You won't reach self-actualization. So, don't be like everyone else. Even if you feel lost, don't be like everyone else. Just do what you feel most comfortable doing or what you feel like you're called to do, or no matter what anybody thinks, no matter if you think it's accepted by society or not, just be yourself at all times. I mean, a lot of us want to know why we're here, right? And you're not going to find that by following the masses, by doing what they're doing. You're not going to find that. It's just not going to happen like that. It just don't work like that. So, more of the story, be yourself, be an individual, because everything is built to not help you find yourself. The society, our system is built, the 40-hour work week, the healthcare system, whatever the fuck you want to say, all that shit is built for this. The bank, the loan, the interest rates on the loan, it's meant for you to work forever, all that shit. And when you work forever, you cannot self-actualize or become the individual that you are. And we're gonna talk about that next video with Maslow's theory of hierarchy of needs, because it was on to something, but he left some shit out. He didn't tell you how to transcend. He didn't tell you it's not wasn't applied to this time, so I'm gonna apply it to this time and age. And yeah, just be yourself. And when you're around people all the time, you tend to rub off on them, and they tend to rub off on you. And usually there's one person that has a bigger influence than the other. So be aware of that in your relationships. Who has the bigger influence on each other? Because they could be influencing you the wrong way. You just don't know. Even though you think someone has your best interest, you may not know until you really start applying what they're saying or what they're teaching you, or the subconscious program that they're placing on you, and it's working for you and making you better, really better, and not just thinking it's making you better. Because you could think that and it can be wrong, but just be yourself and find out why you're here, find your purpose in life. You make the world a better place just by being an individual, just by being yourself. Because there's not enough people that just be themselves.